Invictus Porsche. I don't say this lightly, but this is, in my opinion, probably the best Defender in the UK right now, because the spec is absolutely phenomenal. But let's point it out to you. Love the nice clear lines of the badging. This bonnet, it looks so beastly. The light bar here, the light bar at the top, the LED lights, this gorgeous looking alloys, fantastic. The vents there, the vents there, just gives it such a sharp, fantastic look. The fact that all the door creases are perfect and the door opens properly and closes properly, and the central locking actually works, and the fact you get these really nice, side steps to get in the car. I mean, it's all good. The mirrors are like, the side door mirrors are like brand new. The hinges are all perfect. It's not rusty anywhere. It's had Pilkington glass used mostly over the car. The rear tire is like brand new. You've got your tow bar. You've got an electric heated glass at the back, and you open the back of it and you're in a world of its own. I mean, this would be perfect for any sort of a use. I mean, growing up as a kid in Afghanistan, this was a dream come true. I mean, having this amount of space at the back of any car, I mean, you could get about 50 people in here. It's a joke. I mean, even if you pile them up like bodies. Sorry, edit that. But look, let's continue. I mean, the seats. I mean, it's got the Cobra seats. I mean, everything is in its place and done to absolute perfection. The Alcantara roof headlining. There's a light here at the back. This isn't just one of your old run-of-the-mill Defenders that is absolute rubbish and you need to spend another £20,000 on it. Someone's already has gone through this car with the labour of love by spending all the money they need to spend to get it to this phenomenal condition. I see even got these things right here, so if you're sitting here as a passenger, you can hold yourself quite tightly. And look at this, small attention to detail. It works amazing. And this is what I love about Defender. And we say British made. I mean, they break so easily. This stops working, that stops working, that stops working. I've probably driven this for 200 miles and I've opened the doors 50 times and closed it 50 times. I mean, the hinges are essentially like brand new. To the inside. Like, I'm gonna close it, open it, opens perfectly. And it's got a hinge that holds the door, for God's sake. That is nice. Look at this. That is brand new. I'm not going to say it's like brand new. Everything works. You get your adjustments here for the backrest. You get another adjustment to move the seat back and forth. Let me go on to the other side. This too much. Now, in it, as a driver, you get a key. Central locking. And you get two keys. I don't know what the second key is for. Probably a gold chest somewhere underneath the car. Starts first time every time. The battery is very healthy, very good. You get a nice handrest if you need to, put things in there. Perfect. This is a 6-speed manual, and you get the adjustments to have the gearbox in mid-range or in higher range. And the thing that is so phenomenal about this is it's got everything: aux, Bluetooth, your radio tuner, USB connectivity. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The horn works. Sorry, but let's continue. Air conditioning. I didn't expect this in this, but it's got air conditioning. Electric windows. Settings for where you want the temperature to go and how hot or cold you want it, or the speed of the fan and the level of the lights. It's small little stuff, but it just comes in together. The air vents close and open properly, open and close. All the buttons work, the hazard lights. These things make it feel like a Land Rover Defender. I mean, the older Defenders are probably too agricultural and too slow, because you can't get it above 40 or 50 miles an hour before your ears are starting to pop. This is what, in my opinion, a proper practical daily Defender should be like. And just look at the attention to detail, even on the sun visor right here. Look at that, the screw, and the fact it's Alcantara, so you could put papers in there, and it's quite elastic on both sides. And look, the light works. And it's got a watch in here. You can adjust the time. Owners. I mean, this has got 6 owners technically from brand new. But the current owner had it since 2016, and he then obviously passed it on to his dad in 2019. So in other ways, it's got 5 owners rather than 6 owners, and it's been with the same owner for the past 4 years or 5 years. And all I can say is hardly been driven, hardly been used, and it's got 17 stamps in the service book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 service stamps. I mean, that is a lot for a car that is only 10 years old. Wondering what's under the hood. Well, I'm wondering the same. In terms of the Defender's history, they've had a variety of engines. They've had the Rover V8, the BMW Straight 6, and now it's got the 4 2.5 litre inline, whatever. Let's get it opened. 120 bhp is what's being produced by this engine. 360 newton meters of torque. This is what these cars are about. It's how torquey they are. It being able to get you out of trouble when you need to get out of trouble. The top speed is 82 miles per hour. They're not about going fast. They're about being that car that, as I said, that's going to get you out of trouble, that's going to get you to places in rough terrain or in good terrain, or, you know, or in bad weather, let's just say, for any purpose. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing. 82 miles per hour is fast enough because the UK legal road speed limit is 70 miles an hour. So who needs it any faster than 82 miles an hour? You're breaking the law, for God's sakes, if you need more bhp. I mean, the Not 262 isn't what you would call it something that is fast. I mean, it's 15.8 seconds. But again, why should you be in a rush? Get in it, enjoy it, forget about all the stress, and have a bit of fun. The total curb weight is 1,889 kilograms. The combined MPG is 28, and I reckon it can do anything between 35 to 40 MPG if you're just a little bit gentle and you're on the motorway, and if you put some roller skates on there. Talk about history. I mean, the Defenders have had the 3rd highest production run-in of any car in British manufacturing history. That is something to go by. The heritage dates, you know, as far back as I think the early 40s. I mean, this is, you know, got heritage that is much more dated than a Porsche 911. The Defender can trace its route back to the very first Land Rover ever made, the Series 1. Maurice Wilkes, Rover's chief designer, came up with a plan to produce a light agricultural and a utility vehicle of a similar concept to the Willys Jeep used in the war, but with an emphasis on agriculture use, since the prototypes incorporated power takeoff, in other words, PTO. The original Land Rover concept, which was a cross between a light truck and a tractor, was similar to the Mercedes Unimog, which was developed in Germany during this period. Only the Land Rover was a lot smaller. I really mean it. It is a lot smaller. It feels like, you know, you having a doll when you look at one of these cars. If you group the Defender and the older series cars together, the Defender has the 3rd longest production run of any British car, 68 years, only being beaten by the Morgan by 4 years. I mean, they've had a 70 years production run, and a Morgan 4/4, which is 83 years. Engine performance. I mean, I've touched about the engine performance of this, and I know it was a bit jokey, but I will still continue and stick to the script. Throughout its life, the Defender and older series cars had a variety of engines, ranging from the Rover V8, an engine which found a home in countless British cars. The Jaguar AJ V8 has also been used, of which variants were used in the Aston Martin Vantage V8, and even the BMW M52 2.8 litre straight 6 was offered in the South African market. If you're enjoying this review, please don't forget to subscribe. And I've just done a review on our other channel, well, on the same channel, about tractors. Just came out of a tractor auction. In a Defender, it's an experience. And I'll hopefully try to illustrate as best as I can what sort of an experience you get out of it. Well, firstly, buckle up, put your seatbelt on. It is really an experience. Handbrake down in first gear. Nice. It's like driving a Toyota Prius. It's a joke. Or a Tesla. It's a joke. Well, this is what a car is, in my opinion, really about. I mean, you need to have a connection with a car. I mean, I like being sort of a blood brother with any car that I sit in. I like to feel, you know, how it feels to touch it, to hold it, to smell it, and you know how it sort of knocks me out and about. It is a real experience, and the Defender isn't just that sort of tactile, economical, physical experience that you get out of it. It's also beautiful. People look at you when they see a Defender. I was at a cafe a couple of minutes ago, and my friend Tracy says, "I love that." And I thought she was talking about my jacket. On this one, it goes through gears extremely easily, very comfortable. The clutch isn't heavy or, you know, rugged or on its last leg. I'm in 5th gear, doing 50 miles an hour, really comfortable, no problem. I'm loving it. Beautiful roads, I'm beautiful, beautiful sky. It's nice, it's great. And now I'm gonna go into 6th gear, doing about 60 miles an hour, not struggling at all. There's no bad noises from the engine, from the doors, or, you know, leaks or bangs from the suspension, nothing whatsoever. It is perfect, I love it. Please do not forget to comment, like and subscribe. It feels like I'm in a thunderstorm, I'm joking. Please do not forget to comment, like and subscribe. I hope you've really enjoyed the video. This is really one of those Defenders that you can cherish and love and have loads of fun with, and you will get people looking at you all the time, man. It's got the right service history, the right number of owners, it's at a good price, and this is not just an opinion. I think, in my opinion, as a fact, this is the best Defender on the UK market right now, and I'll be so sad to see it gone. So thank you.
Next time you're late for work, it's worth remembering that nothing, but nothing, gets in the way of a Land Rover. The best 4x4 by far.